Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for, can you believe it, the fourth Signal Online. It's May the 12th. It's 7:30 p.m.-ish in England. And I'm Adam Lenson. So just to give those of you who haven't tuned in before a bit of a primer of what's going on here. I'm from London, and for the past few years I've been running concerts called Signal, which take place in central London, and a house band plays along to songs that writers have just written for new musicals. And particularly I and the concert are interested in songs that sound and look and tell different stories than we're usually expecting from new musical theatre. But of course, like everything, we had been cancelled. And so we decided to keep the concert going and to be able to celebrate and platform writers of new musical theatre. But then something struck me, which was we didn't just need to stick to the UK anymore, because people didn't need to get to London to perform the concert. They just needed to get to the internet. So we globalized the concert, and it's been a really exciting chance to bring in writers who I love and know or hadn't known before this to perform from their literal living rooms and bedrooms straight to yours. So we've got writers from America, from the USA, from Canada, from Australia, from all over the UK joining you tonight live, as I am. We have a few videos tonight based on internet restrictions, but everything else that you see will be live, including this right now, and I'll keep you abreast of exactly how you're receiving the content that you're seeing tonight. But I've been really sticking to the idea of making stuff live, because I think in a time where we can't share space, it's still beautiful that we can share a moment together, and that we can know that when a song is being performed, that it is actually happening right now, and that the audience are sharing and watching that moment together. So first thing I would just say is thank you for tuning in. And this is an excellent time to post a picture of the fact that you're watching on social media, just so that we can try and get as many people watching and knowing about what we're up to as possible. And it's been really exciting, because traditionally our audience is in the UK, and it's been amazing to engage with people all over the world who care about new musical theatre, but also care about it sounding and looking and feeling different from what it has previously been. I think that's everything up top. If you want to tweet about it or be on Instagram, you can use the hashtag #SignalOnline. If you want to write along in the comments, I'll be reading them. And I think that's it for now. It's time to introduce you to our first writer, a writer who I actually got to meet because of Signal Online. I wrote to an artist who you're going to see later today, Andrew R. Butler, and asked him if he wanted to be in Signal Online too. He did the concert, and while he was posting about it, another writer saw that he was doing it and said, "That looks cool." I immediately tweeted her and asked her if she wanted to take part, because I'm a humongous fan of her work. She is the writer of the hit podcast 36 Questions, which you don't need to go to a theatre to see. You can download it now, and if you're looking for something to do, get some headphones and download that. She's singing a new song from her soon-to-be released album. It gives me great pleasure to introduce you to Ellen Winter in New York.
Hello! Hi! Are we good? Are we good? Amazing! That was such a kind and wonderful intro. Thank you so much, Adam. Oh, yeah. Ooh, double. Very interesting. Let's see. Ooh, exciting. This is very exciting. First one on the list, discovering things. Okay, let's see. All right. Yeah? Still hearing me double. Huh. That's strange. I have everything muted. Let me... Yeah. Oh, it's better now? There's an echo. And you can hear yourself. I have my headphones plugged in, but let me try turning them down a bit. Is that helping? Test. Is this better? Check. Oh my gosh. Okay, cool. Okay, both. All right, we'll do surround sound. Great. Okay, cool. Amazing. Great. Okay, cool. Great collaboration. This is truly incredible. Hi, everybody. I'm Ellen. As Adam mentioned, I'm one of the co-writer, composers, and directors of 36 Questions, the podcast musical. And I am so thrilled to be here today sharing this virtual space with you all. I saw online, Andrew Butler is a friend of mine, and when I saw that he was doing this, I was like, holy crap, this is one of the coolest things I've ever heard. Anyway. Oh, still getting the doubling. Huh. Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Okay, great. I'll double check that. Sorry, folks.
Hey, I'm on for a moment. Yeah, I always get quite excited when these things happen because it's kind of a good entry door to everybody for what a live concert feels like. It's when you see video concerts, you will normally see these kind of slick videos that just go hello, but there's also a kind of robotic inhumanity about them. I hope you will agree that this is very human. Yeah. Just thought I'd pause, take a moment. I didn't have anything to say, so I didn't think I would say anything. We're going back to Ellen. Okay, cool. Hi. Hello. Yeah? Oh my gosh, amazing. Look at this. Across the Atlantic collaboration. Really amazing. Okay, cool. Hi friends. Hello. I'm Ellen. As I said before, I don't know how much of that stuff was live, what I said, but anyway, I co-wrote 36 Questions with my writing partner, Chris Littler. And I'm so stoked to be a part of this incredible lineup today and to see and hear all of these amazing musicians and writers. I'm really excited today to share with you a song from a project that I've been working on, which is my first solo album, which is called Every Feeling I've Ever Felt. And this is a tune from it called Ghosts. And I wrote it about befriending the things that are haunting you. It's a lot about, I don't want to over-explain the song because the song will do the song's job. But it is I've been thinking a lot, especially now, sitting with ourselves and sitting with these, a lot of us struggling with mental health issues. How do we learn from ourselves and how can we learn from our demons and stuff like that. So without any further ado, I'm going to sing the song for you. Okay, I'm gonna switch my mic input to something with a little reverb. Woo! Oh yeah, how's that? Okay, cool. I'm gonna take a sip of water because hydration's important. Okay, cool. Scratching at my door, tapping on my window, whispering into my ear, writing me notes, speaking in some kind of code, leaving messages for me to hear. And what do I do about it? Do I listen? Do I shut down? What will I do about it? This time I look them in the eye and decide to let them speak. 'Cause at the end of the day, I'm doing better now. I'm not afraid, I won't kick the ghosts out. I got a bookshelf full of origin stories,
carefully curated over time. And when I face a living legend, I'll know exactly how I can defend myself, but also be kind. And what will they do about it? They know I cannot defeat them, have them put down. What will I do about it? Well, I won't be paralyzed by fear, 'cause at the end of the day, I'm doing better now. No, I'm not afraid. I won't kick the ghosts out. Hey, I'm doing better now. No, I'm not afraid. I won't kick the ghosts out. 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 You can invite them, welcome them inside, let them stay the night. They cannot hurt you. If they bring the dark, you can bring the light. You can invite them, welcome them inside, let them stay the night. They cannot hurt you. If they bring the dark, it's at the end of the day. I'm doing better now. No, I'm not afraid. I won't kick the ghosts out. Hey, I'm doing better now. No, I'm not afraid. I won't kick the ghosts out. I won't kick the ghosts out. I won't. No. Thanks, friends.
That was awesome. Thanks so much, Ellen. As I said before, I just constantly grumpy when people say that they hate musicals, or when I ask them, they'll often say, "Oh, because I just don't like the way they sound." And when I hear songs like that, I go, well, musicals don't have to sound any particular way. They're a medium, not a genre. And thanks, Ellen, for kicking us off in such style. Amazing. All right. Well, from New York, where we begin, we now move to the UK. The next writers were preparing a show that was meant to be performing now. I think it was meant to be opening like any moment now at my beloved Southwark Playhouse. The Southwark Playhouse is a theatre in South London, which is just my sort of spiritual theatrical home, and I absolutely love it. And just big shout out to Chris and Susie and Corin and everyone there. And they were meant to be producing a new musical, a world premiere of an adaptation of Indecent Proposal. But like everything else at the moment, it got cancelled and pushed to, hopefully open later on in life, for which I will be very, very excited, and you should be too. But nothing can keep a new musical down, and so we're really privileged that they are going to world premiere one of the songs from the show right here on Signal Online. It's being sung by the incredible actor Norman Bowman, who is going to be the lead in the show. And here to tell you about it is the show's book writer and lyricist, Michael Conley. Cutting to him.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Michael Conley. Usually I appear at Signal to present a song from the fabulous Fox sister. Not tonight. Partly because we weren't asked, but mainly so that I can present a song from another new musical, Indecent Proposal. This is a show that I've written with Dylan Schlossberg, inspired by the Jack Engelhardt novel that sparked a worldwide debate when it was made into a film. Now, all the versions focus on a couple whose lives are turned upside down when a millionaire offers a married woman $1 million for one night together. In our version, it's Rebecca, a charity worker / PR, and her husband Johnny, a struggling singer-songwriter. This song is one that Johnny writes for Rebecca as our story begins. Now, our production, directed by Charli Westenraw, was meant to open at the Southwark Playhouse in a couple of weeks, but I'm not 100% certain that's going to happen. So we've asked our Johnny, Norman Bowman, to give you a world premiere of this song here at Signal. Now, I should say that I offered to sing this song myself, but, apparently Norman is better known and better respected and better. So, singing next to nothing, please welcome to your living room, Norman Bowman.
Got my tie tied, got my good shoes. Some might think that's next to nothing. Still I'm happy, what with everything I've got. Yeah, I'm happy, maybe. Got my clean shirt, got my hair cut. Some might think that's next to nothing. Still I'm happy, well I'm happy more than not. Yeah, I'm happy, maybe. Next to nothing isn't something that someone should be happy with. I know it's not much, but I hope that it'll do. Got my good shoes, got my hopes up. You might think that's next to nothing. Still I'm happy, surely that must mean a lot. Yeah, I'm happy, maybe. Next to nothing isn't something that someone should be happy with. I know it's not much, but it's gonna have to do. I know it's not much, but it's mine to give to you. I know it's not much, but I'm happy. I got my hair cut, I got my tie tied. Do I think that's next to nothing? Am I happy? What I've got cannot be bought. Yeah, I'm happy, maybe. Next to nothing isn't something that someone should be happy with. I know it's not much, but it's gonna have to do. I know it's not much, but it's give it all to you. Oh no, it's not much, but I'm happy with next to nothing. I know I'm not much. Are you happy with next to nothing?
Thank you so much, Michael and Norman. Wow, Norman Bowman on Signal Online. That was cool. And just to say, like, everyone who does this show has to do their own sound setup in their home and stream it to us, and then we stream it out. So unlike normal, where people can turn up and sing. The amount of dedication that goes into making the stream work and making that happen from everyone is extraordinary, and thank you for all of the people that put in that work today, and thank you, Norman. All right, so the next pair of writers are really new to me, and that's kind of another thing that Signal is really here for. It's here in order to be able to mix established and newer artists so that people can kind of get something that they know and something that they don't know yet. And I was really excited to meet these two via Beam Festival. Those of you who don't know, there's a UK festival every 2 years, showcase festival called Beam. There was one in 2016, one in 2018, and there was meant to be one in 2020. And it's like a huge concert showcase festival where writers get selected from all over the country to perform extracts of their shows. Unfortunately, of course, like everything else, it got cancelled this year. But MMD, Mercury Musicals and Musical Theatre Network in England made a virtual version of it, which meant that writers posted digital pitches and versions of their shows. And I came across this next pair by looking at their digital pitch and thinking it was great. And I had a Zoom with them, because I guess that's what people do now. And I asked them what they were up to next. And they said they had an idea for a new show. And I said, well, why don't you do the first song of that new show at Signal? And they said yes. And before I introduce them, just to say that like there are many, many things that we've figured out over the past few weeks. We've figured out live streaming, we've figured out sound quality, we've figured out like a lot of things. But one thing we haven't been able to figure out yet is what to do when someone's internet upload speeds just can't sustain a stream. And when that happens, we ask people to do a video, and we rehearsed this, we sound checked it, and we just couldn't get the resolution, and we couldn't get the sound quality, more importantly. So this was recorded today and is coming to you. But before the song sung by Megan Hughes, to tell you about it live is Eleanor Griffiths.
Okay, hello everybody. Hi, my name is Eleanor Griffiths. I will be presenting today with my composer Megan Hughes a new song called Rise, which is from a musical that we're working on about Vita Sackville-West and Violet Kepler. These were two writers at the beginning of the 1900s who had a passionate love affair, and they were quite open about it. It was quite scandalous at the time. So their mothers marched them back to their husbands and said, "You cannot see each other anymore. Go be a good wife to your husband." So before they split up, they made a pact, an oath to one another, that they would never be intimate with their husbands while they still loved one another. And that stayed for a while. And Vita somehow managed to see Violet again. And when they met each other again, found out that Violet had broken the oath, and she had been intimate with her husband and betrayed their love. So we have written a song called Rise for that moment. So I will pass you on to Megan, and I hope you enjoy the song.
Busy saying goodbyes, busy listening to lies, busy living your life. I forgot to live mine. Did you expect me to just sit still, quiet and unfulfilled? Day after day I live the same way, a life on replay. So I close my eyes and I count to 10. I open, we're frozen, life's the same again. But life is for taking chances. No more backward glances. Look ahead. It's breaking walls. It's looking fear in the eyes. Like smoke from a flame. Winding stories. Words born out of pain. I will stand up tall. Now it's my time to rise. To rise. To rise. To rise. I won't be silent anymore. When I walk out that door, I never needed your hands to hold, to know what I'm fighting for. So I close my eyes and I count to 10. I open, still frozen. We played this game again. But I'm tired of making excuses. Excuses leave bruises on my heart. I'm breaking walls. I'm looking fear in the eyes. 'Cause life is for taking chances. No more backward glances, just ahead. I will stand tall. 'Cause it's my time to rise. We were going to set the world on fire. Words fell from our lips with bittersweet desire. But you've torn this all apart. Now sit and watch me as I start to rise. Watch me like smoke from a flame. Winding stories, words born out of pain. I will stand up tall. Now it's my time to rise. To rise. I'll rise. Watch me rise.
Wow. Thank you so much, Megan and Eleanor. Always so cool to have a show kind of begin at Signal. It's one of the things that was my favorite when we were in our real world version of it, which was just giving people a space to start an idea. And yeah, one of the things I find interesting is the way that people tend to be scared about putting musical theatre out into the world until it's finished and polished and perfect and ready for the cast recording. But another aim of this concert series was always to give people a space to put stuff out there that was newer and wasn't yet part of a show that had been written or finished or polished. And the metaphor I always used was that work in which the paint was still wet. And so that's always really thrilling when that happens. So thank you. So from London, back across the Atlantic to another live song. The next writer I was lucky enough to meet at an ASCAP showcase in New York in 2015. The incredible writer Adam Guan, who was in Signal Online 1 and I'm sure will be back. He, when I was visiting New York, he said I should write to a man called Michael Kirker at ASCAP in New York, because he said that ASCAP put on a load of cool musical theatre stuff, especially around new musical theatre. I did, and Michael invited me along to one of their showcases, which was a complete revelation to me. Basically, a cast present Act 1 of a musical in front of a panel of eminent judges, eminent kind of dramaturgs and judges, including like Stephen Schwartz and Adam Gettel were on this panel, and then an audience watch, and then there's an interval after Act 1, and then Act 2 is the panel deconstructing and giving notes on the show in front of an audience. And it was like, I'd never seen anything like it, and it kind of made me realize why American musicals are so brilliant, and it's because they really get put through their paces, and you know, to watch these eminent people tear apart a show with love and let the writer put it back together afterwards was a real lesson for me, and it's still something I think about a lot. Anyway, the showcase I went to was by this next composer. I loved his style, and we've been in touch ever since, and Signal's global now, so it gave me a great opportunity to reach out to him, ask him if he would sing us a song, and he said yes. Taking you now to New York to meet Alexander Sage Oyen.
Hi, I'm Alexander Sage Oyen. Thank you for that incredible intro. So this next song that I'm gonna present. Sorry, I'm gonna get my computer set up. It's called "When Love Dies." It's a little tone poem that I wrote, and I think that's it. This is a little song I wrote. When love dies, is there shame? Is there sharing the blame? Is our love not the same? Please reply, please reply. Love is hard to get right. You think you've got it, you haven't quite. You stumble into some other fight. No reply, no reply. When love dies, is there peace? Do we share some release? Do the bad thoughts all cease? When friends die, it's just air. No replacement, no repair. 'Cause no part of loss is fair. He'd reply, he'd reply. Some friends come, some friends go. You search for meaning you couldn't know. But friends are here to help us grow. No reply, no reply. When friends die, it feels done. All the memories, all the fun, all the things that you just begun. Life is hard, life's insane. Some people question what's our gain? What's our reason to remain through all this pain? I reply, we all die. This I warn, that's the promise from when we're born. Life's measured in the loves you mourn. We all die. We all die. We all die. Thank you.
Okay. Wow. That was incredibly moving. Thank you so much, Alex. Again, one of the things I've always valued about musical theatre is its ability to tackle emotionally difficult subjects. And we're all living through a strange time, difficult time. And I don't know, I find in difficult times I turn to art, and that's a great example of why I do. So thank you so much for that. Yes, very moved. Okay, right, on to back to London. Wow, we're really zigzagging today, which is kind of fun. The next writer I met when, I think, she might correct me, but I think she was 16. She's not that much older than that now. She would come and present songs from her first musical at the Mercury Musical open mic night at the Phoenix Arts Club in London. And it's just sort of just like a dingy room with a piano where writers in London can present new material in a kind of very, very rough setting. And this writer would come, I think in the early days, with her parents, and she was so eager to share the stuff that she had been writing. And I've been sort of watching the work that she's been writing, and it's sort of astonishing, huge, imaginative work. And she wrote a second musical opera crossover called 8, which was just this, again, an extraordinary thing. She's written her third piece. And then when lockdown began, most people kind of didn't know what to do, didn't know exactly how to proceed. But this next writer started a new musical, started her fourth musical. And this is the world premiere of the first song that is being shared from that new musical, which is so exciting. I mean, she's extraordinary talent. I've been hoping to have her involved in Signal for a while, and it is great that she does so with the first song from a new show. I should say up front that again, we sound checked this song with the incredible singer that she brought, Elliot Worcester, and again, we just couldn't deal with, we couldn't change upload speeds. That is just one thing that we cannot change. He recorded it, and again, you're about to see a video today of a song that was so nearly live, but internet means it cannot be. But I want to be honest with that stuff because I do think it's important, and I'm hugely thrilled that Elliot was able to sing this song so well. Anyway, without any further ado or any further waffle, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Charli Eglington live from London.
Hello. Hi, thanks, Adam. It is such a pleasure to be here and be part of such an amazing lineup of other writers. I can hear myself. I've got like a 10-second delay on my voice. That's really strange. Is that better? Okay, hang on. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Trust me to have audio problems. Yeah, no, we're good. It's green now. Is that better? Okay, right, I think we're good. I'm just gonna put this up. Okay, great. So, yes, sorry about this. So I'm Charli, I'm a writer from London, as Adam said, and I am so excited to be sharing with you a new song from a show that I recently finished working on called Fallen, which is about a 17th century scientist called Robert Hooke, who was erased from history by Isaac Newton, the guy with the apple under the tree who invented gravity. Except he didn't. He plagiarised Hooke's ideas on gravity and then allegedly burnt his only portrait in the Royal Society. So we have no idea what he looks like now. So this song I'm presenting tonight is called Break Me Down and happens at a point where Newton was approached by Hook to come back to science and engage with the scientific community again after not engaging and completely self-isolating himself in Cambridge away from everybody because he just had enough of their flack and their comments, and he turned to alchemy and was terrible at it, and he wasn't getting anywhere with it. And Hook approached him with this new idea about gravity but couldn't calculate the maths, and Newton could, and initially he refuses Hook away, but the more he thinks about it, the more he realises that he can't resist the challenge and has to do it and accept. So that's the song. And as Adam said, it's such a shame that we couldn't get Elliot's sound to work, and I know he was so devastated, but I know he's watching live, so if you can show all the support for the rehearsal take that we are using, that'd be great. I mean, just like trust the internet to just not work. And it's the kind of thing where like wish that Newton had actually invented something really helpful like perfect internet connection rather than inverse square law, but what can you do? So thank you.
The higher I build my walls, the further you will climb. The stronger I build my walls, the harder you will try. As tall as the heavens, as deep as hell, there's nothing I can do. You still get in, you still get through. Why do you keep trying to break me down? Why can you never read the signs? How many times do I have to write it down before you understand that I build my walls for a reason, and I build my walls to keep you out. I have spent my life trying to unlock the secrets of the past, but it all amounts to dust. Never any closer to any kind of answer, no matter how I believe. And yet I vowed I'd never return to that toxic world where discoveries are made in pursuit of the self rather than the truth. I turned my back, I'd severed my ties for the last time. The more I think, the more I realize I've missed the thrill of a challenge just out of reach. A challenge I know is waiting just for me. The rush of calculations and numbers around my mind. The rush of an answer I know that I can find. You will never change, and neither will I. You break down my walls, and I break down what you can't solve.
Thank you so much. Thanks, Elliot. That was the amazing Elliot Worcester. Wow, what a voice. And thank you so much for joining us. And Charli Eglington is 20 years old, and she has written 4 full musicals, and the flights of fancy and the imagination and the rule breaking that she demonstrates is just unparalleled. It's what an exciting writer, and can't wait to hear more of her work over the coming weeks, months, years. So thank you for joining us on this stream. Obviously it's free to watch, but as you can imagine, not free to organize in terms of time and energy and all of those things. And so we would ask, if you've sat down to spend your evening with us, and you can, please purchase a virtual ticket. You can do so with the link that is below me, alpmusicals.com/tickets. If you happen to be able to buy a solidarity ticket, that will hopefully cover those who at this time can't afford to buy one. But as I say, I'm really hoping that people start seeing these live streamed concerts in a way. Obviously, we could never charge as much as it would cost to go to the theatre, but if you are settling in to spend your evening with us, I would love it if you could buy a ticket and support the work and the energy that goes into making them, because despite the fact lots on the internet is free, it doesn't come for free. And everyone in this strange time is negotiating what that looks like and feels like. So thank you. And I've just seen someone said donate people, but no, I've changed the word. It's not a donation, it's a ticket. Buy a virtual ticket for the event you're attending. I'm not using the word donate anymore because I think the word donate fatigues slightly. People think, oh, I've given to that cause. But I'm asking, buy a ticket for the event that you're watching. Amazing. All right, on to our next pair of writers. These next two are so extraordinary. They're so brilliant. They write breathtaking music and stories, and they've been guests at Signal a number of times. And one of the things that defines them is that they love writing duets and group numbers. And so the last thing that we cannot currently do is deal with internet latency and perform duets live. We're working on it, but it isn't a reality yet. And while it isn't, I didn't want to penalize people and stop people being able to write duets and group numbers. And so you're about to watch the final pre-recorded video of this evening. It's a doozy, it's a beautiful one, and after that everything is live. But it's this piece is an extraordinary idea. It's multi-temporal, it's multi-locational, it's geographically inspired. It's such a fascinating show, and every time I hear another song from it, it just makes me soar. And welcoming live the two writers to tell you all about this song and this show, welcoming to Signal Online, Kate Marlais and Alex Young.
Hi everybody, I'm Kate Marlais.
High five! Kate!
Oh. What's happening? I can't see Alex at all. I'm just gonna talk. Yeah, good. Okay, all right. Well, while we get Alex back, so she's back. Amazing. Hi, Alex.
I'm back.
Great. Yeah.
High five, Kate.
Oh God, we've done it again. Yeah, that's all going very well. Anyway, right, so tonight we are presenting a brand new song called Be Without, and that is from our new musical called Fucked in Marrakesh, and Alex and I write book, music and lyrics all together at the same time. So Be Without is a bit of an anomaly in our back catalogue because it's essentially a very simple song. But there's a very good reason for that, and Alex is going to tell you what that reason is. And hopefully she's not frozen. Great. Fantastic. Brilliant. I haven't prepared this bit. It's a really good thing I know my show inside out. So we meet our protagonist of Fucked in Marrakesh, Jess, right at the front of the show, and just before the show starts we
she has tried to kill herself. And so then we journey through the show and various other things happen. And then in the second half of the show, we flash back to the moment when she tried to kill herself. And actually what she experiences is a complete moment of sort of peace when she's made that decision. And so that is what this song hopefully will reflect for you. I hope that was okay, Alex. We'll find out later when we watch this back. Brilliant. But we'd just like to thank the wonderful Rosalind Ford for lending us her amazing cello skills, and also to Adam and the team for being excellent and hosting us and for having us. So I hope you enjoy the song, and great. Thanks. Bye.
It's time. It's time to be without you. It's to be
Hi, I'm live. I hope you can see me. We just wanted to say hi and thanks. So sorry for that immense pig's ear. We're going to try and high five again. High five, Kate.
Oh God, not again.
Bye, But anyway, thank you so much for listening. And hopefully we'll meet again another time soon. Thanks so much and good night.
Yeah, and you've all witnessed Alex totally landing me in it again. Yay! Bye.
Thank you so much. Wow, what a beautiful song. And it is nice in this time of isolation to hear harmony and duets. And thanks Rosford for that cello. Wow. Okay, so it is time for our last song of the act. After this song, we're going to have a 15-minute interval and then more incredible things. Just to say, as well as buying a ticket, if you're having a nice time, the other thing you could do is subscribe to our channel or press like on the video. So if you fancy taking a moment to do that now, that'd be very much appreciated. And really, really excited. I can't believe when I started Signal, the thought that a Grammy and Tony Award winner might do a Signal concert seemed impossible to conceive. But, these are weird and unprecedented times and scary and terrible times, but they can lead to some beautiful things. 3 years ago, I was fortunate enough to be able to direct the UK premiere of Whisper House, a new musical by Duncan, Sheik and Carl Jarrow at the Other Palace in its first season. Beautiful show, a kind of a complicated show, a very untraditional musical. But I'm so very proud to have made it and to have collaborated with these incredible artists. Duncan and Carl were due to open a new production of that show off Broadway this year, and you can guess what happened. It didn't open, which for a show about the kind of the persistence of ghosts and of family and feels all the more striking. I wrote to Duncan to see if he might fancy singing a song from the show at Signal, and to my disbelief, he said yes. In a quite surreal turn of events, I set up his sound over Zoom, which was a new experience, but it's something I'm getting used to lately. Anyway, it gives me a great pleasure to introduce you to Duncan Sheik. Enjoy.
Hey guys, here's a song from Whisper House. It's called I Don't Believe in You. Life is like a sinking ship, and you are at the wheel. You see the hole, it's filling up, you know your fate is sealed. Still you keep on trying to steer the ship to shore. It's time to learn the lesson you should have known before. Well, there's nothing you can do, and we don't believe in you. No, there's nothing you can do, and we don't believe in you. No, we don't believe in you. Life is like a ship at sea where fearsome storms do strike. And though you are the captain, you can't keep up the fight. The truth is there is much to fear and more to make us cry. The ship is not worth saving, as hard as you may try. So there's nothing you can do, and we don't believe in you. No, there's nothing you can do, and we don't believe in you. I hate to say it, but it's time to face the truth, and we don't believe in you. You tried your hardest, you couldn't help but lose. No, we don't believe in you. No, we don't believe in you. No, we don't believe in you. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.
Holy shit! That was awesome. Thank you so much, Duncan. Yeah, wow. That has given me some hope at this strange moment. Thank you for singing with us. And if me of 2017 had thought that Duncan Sheik might be performing at Signal one day, he might not have believed it. So yeah, there that is. All right, it's time for our interval. So we'll be back at about in 20 minutes. So at about 5 to 9 UK, which is 5 to 4 EST, and 6 in the morning in Australia. Wow, I think I got that right. Stick with us, and you are about to hear 7 incredible live performances of new musical theatre songs like nothing you've ever heard before. You can take this time to buy a ticket, if you would like, at alpmusicals.com/tickets, and to post about it on social media and get yourself a drink. And I'll see you in about 20 minutes. All right. Thanks so much. Hello, welcome back. This is Signal Online. My name is Adam Lenson, and I'm a director and producer based in London. And I primarily create and help develop new musical theatre. And I am mostly interested in musicals that disrupt and play against our traditional ideas of what musicals look like, sound like, or are about. And about 3 years ago, I started a concert in London with a house band where writers could perform new songs from their new musicals. And I was particularly interested in shows that sounded and looked unlike traditional ideas of musicals. And of course, these concerts in London got cancelled, as has a lot of stuff. So we took them online. And one of the strange benefits of this terrible time has been that everyone is equally near and everyone is equally far away. So I took the opportunity to welcome in writers from all over the world. So this is a global new musical theatre live stream concert. And we're back for set 2. So over the next 40 or so minutes, you're about to hear 7 new songs by some incredible writers from all over the world. So thank you so much for joining us. And here we go. Our first writer of this, our first pair of this set are incredible writers. I was fortunate enough to work with them on a show that just won loads of awards and got rave reviews at Vault Festival in London. That was called Ride. The year before that, they had another hit at Vault Festival with a show called The Limit. And yeah, I met them about a year ago through a mutual friend whose birthday is today. So I just want to wish Alfred Taylor Gaunt a very happy birthday. That we would like each other, and we did. And it's been an amazing collaboration ever since. They've done some in-person signals. Just to say that if you want to watch videos from our in-person signal, they're all on our website at alpmusicals.com/signal. And there are over 100 world premiere songs with a band, multicam videos. Anyway, now I've said that, I'm going to tell you what they're up to now, because when Isolation started, I said to them, well, it'd be cool if you did a song at one of these Signal concerts that I've been organising every 2 weeks. And they were like, oh, we don't know. We haven't got any ideas, but we'll sit on it. And they wrote to me a couple of weeks ago and said, we've had an idea and we're going to do the first song from a new musical that is a bit different for us, but we're really excited about. And so here they are with a brand new song, which makes me so excited, introducing you to Freya Smith and Jack Williams.
Hi, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I'm going to keep talking. Oh, great. Fabulous. Hello, everyone. This is super exciting. I'm just going to get straight into it. This song is from a brand new show that Jack, my writing partner is Jack Williams. My name is Freya Smith. That we've started during lockdown, actually. And it's set in a girls' boarding school. It's quite dark and it's quite rocky. The song I'm performing is called Silver Lining, and it's sung by a character called Poppy. She's 14, she's really sweet, she's sensible, she's not cool at all, and she's an easy target for bullies. Her parents died in a car accident. That's the reason she's actually at the school. She lives with her nan in the holidays, but her nan can't really take care of her during term and during the whole year, so she goes to boarding school. And the song takes place near the end of the show at a moment where Poppy is actually being beaten up by some of the other girls. And what happens in the song is a kind of out-of-body experience, in the sense that Poppy gets up and she leaves her physical body in order to sing this song while the attack goes on behind her. And it's kind of a way for her to distance herself from what's happening and reflect on memories that she has. It's kind of like a highlight reel of her memories. And so one thing I want to say is, if I look back during the song, that's me looking back as Poppy on what's going on behind the fight. So thank you so much. I'm going to get started. Every day In the summer, we go out, feel the heat on our backs, Nan and me, on our walk through the park, past the bandstand, have a rest on the grass, then move on to the sea, cable car adventures, ice cream on the pier, salty air and Harry Ramsden's breathing, bottle up that scent forever, find some shade, park Nan's chair there, cup of tea. From the booth by the beach, sandy toes, Nan and me. She takes on the crossword, I take on the sea. Salty lips and stinging eyes, I look back, watch her watching me, and every day's the same routine, but I just know it won't get old, because there's always more to learn about you, always more to see. But in amongst this loveliness is the fact we wouldn't be close if Mum and Dad hadn't, if Mum and Dad were still. And don't you think it's funny, Nan, that out of that came this, a silver lining, a silver lining, our silver lining. Pack our things away, head home, listen to the church bells ringing, listen to the church bells ring, listen to the church bells. Thank you so much. Back to Adam in the studio.
Thank you so much, Freya. It feels like we all need a silver lining right now. So thank you very much for that. And I'm so excited to hear more of that show in the coming weeks. Okay, so that was London. And here we go on our biggest journey of the night so far, although it's just going to get wackier from here. We're going to Australia, where it is just turned 6 a.m. And yeah, at the end of last year, I went to Australia for a couple of weeks to see the world premiere of Fangirls, a new musical by the incredible Eve Blake, who is my kind of collaborator across the world and a kind of a force of nature in the Australian musical theatre scene. And when I first did Signal online, I said, that means you have to do it, Eve. And then as soon as she had done it, she said, I've got Australian people to tell you about who need to do Signal. And she delivered, because my goodness, has she introduced me to a plethora of incredible Australian artists. And that's such an exciting thing about this moment of these impossible lineups where people can get to know each other and get to be friends and get to perform on the same lineup as one another across the world. And, you know, it's a real honour that especially our Australian performers and writers are waking up this early to join us. So thank you. This next writer, she was about to have a song cycle premiered in Australia and it got cancelled. So she's been incredibly finding interesting new ways of delivering that song cycle using the internet. The show is called Tragic. She is the phenomenally talented 21, and I can't wait to see what her career unfolds to be, because as you're about to see, she's a phenomenal talent, and we're so thrilled to have her at Signal, performing live from Australia, introducing you to Indy Angel.
Hi everyone, my name's Indy. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. It's very early here. Tonight I'm going to sing a song from my newest song cycle, which is called Tragic, which basically follows the story of 12 individuals who are not judged by their baggage. You know, their extreme is their extreme. So today I'm going to be singing a song called The Bright Side of Hope. I really hope you'll enjoy it.
It's 3:15. My leg is shaking aimlessly, and I can't sleep. I can't sleep. I'm lying here awake. I'm obliged to tell you I'm okay, but I can't sleep. I can't sleep. And it's not easy being a stranger to your pain. I'm human. No one is pointing over blame, but I've been taught from a young age to hide just to cope. Find the bright side of hope. And keep it in your head. Act tough, be strong, don't cry, they said. Oh, smile through it all, and don't be vulnerable. But at night I let it out. I scream, I cry, and to myself I say, be a man. And I force myself to stand. And it's not easy being a stranger to your pain. I'm human. No one is pointing over blame, but I've been taught from a young age to hide just to cope, to find the bright side of hope, the bright side of hope, find the bright side of hope. Oh, you're not alone, find the bright side of hope. Oh, I'll find the bright side of hope. And it's not easy being a stranger to your pain. I'm human. No one is pointing over blame, but I've been taught from a young age to hide just to cope, to find the bright side of hope, the bright side of hope, find the bright side of hope. Oh, you're not alone.
Thank you so much, Indy. I think everyone will agree. We'll all remember the first time we heard Indy Angel's voice and incredible writing. So thank you. Thank you so much for joining us and for waking up. Hi, everyone. I just want to say that if you're having a nice time, there are a couple of things that you can do. If you've spent your evening with us, then please do buy a ticket. It will really help support the time, energy, and effort that goes into concerts like this. As you can imagine, this is a huge undertaking. So you can buy a virtual ticket for the show at alpmusicals.com/tickets. Obviously, you don't have to, but it would be lovely if you could support us. Other ways of supporting us are to like this video and to subscribe to our channel. So if you're having a nice time, we would be very grateful if you would do that. All right, on to our next act. We were in London, we went to Australia, and now to New York. This next artist, writer, performer, genius joined us for the first time at Signal Online 2, and it was a huge thrill for me because I'm an almighty fan of his work. His show Rags Parkland Sings the Songs of the Future was recently released on Spotify and other good streaming sites, and I listen to it most days. And so yeah, I managed to connect with him in New York last year, and this is a global concert, so I got to invite him to do it. He joined us at Signal Online 2. He's back again with another new song for your ears, taking you to Brooklyn to Andrew R. Butler.
Hello, 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 hi. Welcome to my room in Brooklyn. Thanks so much for joining us. Honestly, I'm just kind of really shook from Indy's song. I can't imagine waking up and then doing something that beautiful. I'm really excited to be here. Thanks, Adam, for having me back. I'm going to play a tune for you from a musical that I've been working on for a long time. And this song got like a total rewrite, like halfway through its life. It used to be for one character and now it's for another, and nobody's heard it yet. So this is a great opportunity for me to pull it out and share it. It's from this musical called Blessing. It's about a town in coastal Alabama, a very religious, tiny town, as many of them are in that place. I grew up pretty close to there. The show follows the people in this town as a hurricane is approaching in the Gulf of Mexico. And the town hasn't been hit by a hurricane in like 100 years, and nobody thinks it's going to hit. And we just sort of like watch the town deal with this pressure cooker and how their respective lives and faith sort of hinders or helps them along the way. And this song is from this character named Mayelle Johnson, who feels a little bit like an outsider in the town, but also it's sort of all that she has and knows. And the bigger thing that's going on in Mayelle's life is she's supposed to get married on the landfall date of the hurricane. And that also has started to feel like a sort of uncertain possibility. And her parents are deceased, and she just has this aunt in town who's like really pushing her to get married to this sweet man, but there's just no chemistry. They just shouldn't be together. And it's Sunday, and we find her outside of the church, where she's not at the church services, which I think is unusual in the town of Blessing, Alabama. And she just sort of explains to us what it is she's doing out there. Oh, the second chorus in this song is like, we like go to one of the church choirs in the town singing. So just that's what's happening when it gets weird during that chorus. I have but this one voice. All right. I'm looking in the skies above, I'm searching clouds for signs of love that Jesus left so me and you could prove the preacher's story's true. If I raise my hands up high, if I moan and close my eyes, speaking words that no one tries to understand, he says that I will get to live a life beyond the solid stuff we're standing on. I want to spend eternity with those who death has stole from me, but I can't shake this gnawing doubt. I don't know what it's about. I try to live the way they say, but something's getting in the way. Will Jesus love like a little
we're lucky, then we'll die. A lucky pile of the faithful dead. Well, the last few words my mother said to me upon her dying bed was, peace comes from the faith you hold. I lived my life the way the good book told. She'd say, don't talk back, don't speak out, don't question what it's all about. I did all that, but to what end am I better now than I was then? My heart, it wanders with my mind. I search and search, but never find. Tell me why the choir song makes me afraid I've chosen wrong. Will Jesus love like little pearls come piling down upon our head? If we're lucky, then we'll die, a lucky pile of the faithful dead. And so I'm staring at the sky, because I thought I ought to try to find the things that those folks get, a feeling I have not felt yet, to cry aloud with certainty, all the Holy Spirit moves in me. But sermons haven't made much sense, so maybe in the firmaments I'll locate my faith, and then eventually I'll just begin to feel it in me all the time, to know the peace of the sublime, to feel assured and feel at home, to feel a little less alone. I wanna feel it, so I try to find my Savior in the sky. Hey! Will Jesus love like little pearls come piling down upon my head? If we're lucky, then we'll die, a lucky pile of the faithful dead. Or will Jesus love like little pearls come piling down upon my head? And if we're lucky, oh, then we'll die, a lucky pile of the faithful dead.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate it.
Holy shit. Thanks so much, Andrew. That was really cool. I just say that after every song because they're all really cool. And yeah, I feel very, very lucky to be getting to hear these new songs by these artists, and to be allowed into their spaces, into their rooms, to see their furniture, to see that side of these incredible people is a real privilege. And yes, we've lost the ability to gather in rooms together, but there is something that we've gained. And, we couldn't get all of these people into a lineup ever. It is a literally impossible lineup. So from Brooklyn back to the early afternoon Brooklyn, to the early morning Melbourne, where another extraordinary musical theatre writer of Australia is here to join us. Not only is she an incredible writer, she's an incredible actor, one of Australia's leading actors, who's also recently been in the American tour of Dear Evan Hansen. I was told by Eve to go look at her Instagram, where she's been writing and releasing songs on her Instagram as a kind of like a daily isolation lockdown challenge. And I just heard them and I went, wow, and had to have her on Signal if she were able, and she was. So taking you now to the early morning Melbourne, where we find Maggie McKenna. Hey, we're back to me. We're just checking on Maggie's audio interface. which may be routed wrong, which, frankly, I don't blame her, because it's 6:20 in the morning in Australia. Just another opportunity to, as we go into these final 4 songs, what I probably should have said is these final 4 songs, we're about to take a world trip. We're going to go to Australia, then we're going to go to America, then we're going to go to England, and we're going to finish up in Canada. So that's about to happen, and I just wanted to prepare you for that better. No, I got all of this extra time. Just to say, if you're having a nice time, if you could post on social media, if you could like and subscribe, and if you could buy a virtual ticket, that would be hugely appreciated. The concert will stay online in its live imperfect glory for as long as the internet exists, forever. So hopefully people can watch it in the coming days. The 3 other Signal Online concerts that we've done, in all their beautiful live imperfect glory, they are all online for you to watch, along with over 100 videos of our live performances in London. So it really is a kind of a treasure trove of incredible new songs that sound and look so different to one another, with such compelling and interesting stories. And what's fascinating about this is the musical is in a very, very healthy and beautiful place. The stories that are being told, the types of composition that are being brought into people's homes, and to being made. And I always say that the great thing about musicals now is they're beginning to sound more and more like music, and that's very exciting to me. Please look at that treasure trove. If you've had a nice time, please support us. And okay, so we have our first ever Signal Online full reboot. A computer is about to be rebooted. So what we're going to do is we've got 4 songs left, and those 4 songs are live from 4 different corners of the world. But we are in a change to our regularly scheduled setup. We are going to divert from Australia for just a second and go to America. I think our composer is in New York, and I think the incredible actor who is singing his song is in Vermont. But just a little bit more about this writer. I was privileged enough a couple of years ago to be able to direct his extraordinary song cycle, 35mm. And he came over and we struck up a great friendship. He's a real one-of-a-kind new musical theatre writer. Dark, beautiful, gothic, complicated, and layered. I was so excited when he said he could do this. I was even more excited when he said that he would get Kirsten Anderson to sing his song. I saw Kirsten Anderson in My Fair Lady on Broadway, but she's beloved in the new musical theatre community in the UK because of the fact that she was in the NAMT showcase of The Wicker Husband. So shout out to Darren Clark, Rhys Jennings, Charlie Westenra, and the cast of The Wicker Husband, which unfortunately, like so many shows, was cancelled due to COVID, but it will be back if I have to mount it myself. So anyway, celebrating Wicker Husband, celebrating Kirsten, and now taking you to America to tell you about his song. Moving you now to Ryan Scott Oliver.
Hi, everyone. I'm so thrilled to join this incredible roster of writers from all over the world, and as always, to collaborate with Mr. Adam Lenson. This song is from a musical I've written called 3 Points of Contact, which you can find on Spotify and all streaming services. In this song, a singer-songwriter is appealing to her lover, who is a married man, to leave his wife and choose her at any cost, and has a bit of a self-discovery at the end of the song. Performing this one is the incomparable Kirsten Anderson.
I see you neglected, you're worried disrespected, existence getting duller. Oh, your woman is something. It's clear she's long outgrown you. She offers you nothing. Well, I let her own you. While I'm the one to challenge you, the one who craves you, the one who feeds your body and who nightly saves you. So what you gonna do? She's gonna bleed you dry, but you gotta survive, you gotta survive. Come with me, try. She kills with minor cuts, but you gotta survive before this door shuts. I give you attention. With her, it's isolation. And don't make me mention my hopeless oral fixation. I see you through your rages and I still admire you. With me you pile pages, you know I inspire you. I'm through with number two. She's gonna bleed you dry, but you gotta survive, you gotta survive. Try. She kills with minor cuts, but you gotta survive before this door shuts. Oh, this door shuts. I don't know how your love works. No, I don't know how your love works. And though I'll never know how such a man refused me, I'll use it in my music like that bastard used me. Oh, me, I have to let this free. My love won't leave me dry. Survive, survive, I choose me. I see now I've got the guts, and I gotta survive as this door shuts. Oh, this door shuts. Oh, this door shuts, shuts. This door shuts. This door shuts. Oh, this door shuts. Oh, this door shuts. Oh.
Thank you so much, Ryan. Thank you, Kirsten. Holy shit. I keep saying that, but it is genuinely thrilling to see these live performances by these talented people and to have a Broadway star like Kirsten join us at Signal Online. Thank you for doing that. And again, thanks to everyone tonight who has rooted their sound and worked to make sure that this concert sounds and looks like it does. It's hard work, but we're really interested in trying to make something of an uncompromised quality and that is live at this time, because as we interrogate what performance even is of theatre and of musicals, it just felt important to me and important to us. Brilliant. All right, I don't need to tell you who our next act is. I already told you about her, the incredible actor and writer from Melbourne, Australia. Here is Maggie McKenna.
Hey guys, I'm Maggie McKenna. I'm a singer-songwriter from Melbourne, Australia, where it's currently 6:30 a.m. and you might be able to hear it's pouring down with rain. But today I'm super excited to be here because the lineup today has just been incredible. But I'm going to sing a new song, a very new song, a couple of days old, from sort of a new concept I've had for a show. It's called Underworld, and the person you're going to hear singing today is she's getting married and she has relapsed and she hasn't told her partner about her drug addiction. And so she's facing a dilemma whether to tell her or to not.
I let this tear apart my life. Far off on a forbidden sea. And you still want me for your wife. But you only know half of me. Before I walk down the aisle, open a vein up one more time, and you will laugh and we'll all smile, and you won't know my greatest crime. I'm not afraid of it, but I should be. 'Cause if I fail you, I fail me. It's freezing down below, but can I promise you I would never want to go? Should I leave now, or should I stay and betray the vow that I will make to you today? 'Cause I can be cruel, I can be vain, I am ashamed, because I want to go back to the underworld again. Freeze. I didn't imagine my life like this when I was a child. I thought I'd grow up and show up with my wit, you'd be beguiled. Then I lost my way, let days become days, and I woke up and all of my chances are thrown away. You saw something different in me, potential in me that I didn't see. So I told you it was all in the past, but that didn't last, and I'm dreading our wedding day. What would you say if you knew I hadn't found my way? I'm not afraid of it, but I don't have a line. It is a poison, but it's divine. It's freezing down below, but how can I say yes to you if one day I still go? How can I face your dad and mom if I run and throw away the life that we've begun? If I have to choose, do I back down? If I have to choose, do I back out? If I can't win, do I forfeit? If I tell the truth, will I pay for it? What would it mean if I don't choose you? What would it mean if I still lose you? Would you even love me if you found out? Would you even want me if you knew? It's freezing down below, but it's better if you never know. I'd rather drown in my own sin than begin a life where I could never give in. 'Cause I can be cruel, I can be vain, I am ashamed. Because I choose to go back to the underworld again.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so much. Wow, that song is 2 days old, and we got to hear it together. So thank you to Maggie, and also like people are in the comments saying like, what are they putting in the water in Australia? How incredible were Indy and Maggie? They actually grew up in the same town, went to the same theatre school, I think. But yeah, the scene in Australia is strong. The writing there is incredible, and it's a real privilege to being able to introduce some people to those artists. Thanks to Eve for pointing the way. So what did we do? We went to New York, then we went to Australia, now to London, where I am, for our next writer. A writer who I, in fact, first came across her work in New York. People had mentioned her to me for a while and said, you've got to know her. She's an incredible actor, songwriter based in London. And it just so happened I was in New York and there was a showcase of a show that had been premiered at NAMT called The Ballad of Kluke and Vinette. And I went to see it. And afterwards, I shot this writer an email being like, I literally just went to your show in New York, but I still haven't met you yet. So we ended up getting to meet in London. And she did a live signal in the middle of last year, I want to say, and is incredible. So I've been bugging her to come back and do another one. And we finally got her back to do Signal Online 4 live from her living room. So here with a brand new song is the incredible Anoushka Lucas.
Hello, from my very mood-lit living room because the main lights have broken and gone out. Hi, my name is Anoushka Lucas, and I'm going to be singing a song from a new show that I've been developing for the past year with my two co-writers, Jessica Butcher and Jessica Edwards. We wrote a show together a few years ago called Sparks, which was about mothers and daughters and the legacy of those relationships and the complexities of them. And then when we were doing that, we were like, hey, you know what else is interesting? Fathers and daughters. And so we started crafting a new show called Canon, which is about an upper middle class family, and specifically the relationship between the father and the daughter, who seem to have a very close and loving relationship. And he is outwardly very successful, has a beautiful house, has a beautiful wife, has a wonderful job, but is actually a high-functioning alcoholic, which is slowly eroding the family from the inside out. But this is fun, this one. Halfway through the show, we discovered that Tim, our main character, is in a lot of debt, and it's one of the reasons that he is drinking so profusely all of the time. And he confides in his best friend, who's called Ben. And Ben is his best friend from boarding school, and Ben just kind of glides through life with a lot less responsibility and has recently inherited an enormous amount of money. And he says, well, why don't you just borrow some money off me? I'll sort you out. And this is my attempt at not writing a ballad, which is very difficult for me. And it's a song that Ben sings to Tim in order to convince him to just ask him to borrow, I think it's something obscene like £500,000, but I can't quite remember how much it is. And it's called Ask Me, and I hope you like it. And thank you very much, Adam, for having me as part of Signal. I cannot believe the level of talent that I have seen this evening. Here's a cheeky song. So you got yourself into a spot of trouble. Name the figure, boy, and then just name the to me. And now I'm rich, let me be kind to you. Oh, 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 look, you've got the house, the looks, the wife, the daughter. Me, I haven't got a single thing I ought to. All I've got is loads and loads of money. Money don't grow on trees, 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 money don't grow on trees unless you're friends with me. It's a present gift or what you want to call it. I don't give a shit, I know that you're good for it. All you have to do is ask me. Ask me, ask me, ask me, ask me.
Thank you so much, Anoushka. Money doesn't grow on trees. We know that now more than ever. That was awesome. So to our final song and our final part of this world trip. It's been such a tonight. Wow. It's been such a privilege. Our biggest audience, an extraordinary lineup of writers, an impossible lineup. Like this lineup wouldn't be happening if it weren't for this moment. And so as much as this moment is taking from us, I'm grateful for that. And I'm also grateful to be bringing these scenes together, grateful that people who didn't know each other now get to know each other and share their work and share camaraderie and friendship. And there must be something special in that, because I truly believe that the musical is the greatest form on earth. It's the most flexible and malleable. It's the most layered. It's the most possible form. There's so many possibilities that can be told through music and stories. So when people say they hate musicals, I always just say, how? Because they can sound like anything and they can look like anything and they can be anything, and nights like tonight just prove it and are really inspiring in that way. If you've joined us this evening and I feel like you've had an experience like the one you might have had if you'd gone to a gig in person, or sat in, if you spent your evening with us and this has been your evening's entertainment, please, would you buy a virtual ticket? It's a hell of a lot of work goes into these concerts, and it means a lot that we can do them, but also if you are able to support us at this time, you can do so by buying a ticket for this entertainment at alpmusicals.com/tickets. There are options to give a more and buy a solidarity ticket if you are currently employed and are able to, and there are also the opportunities to donate even more if you value what's going on here. Please do also share, subscribe, like, all of the things. Tell your friends. Look at our past videos and celebrate the bonfire that we are building for new musical theatre. What was once new UK musical theatre and is now new global musical theatre that sounds and looks like nothing that most people expect. So thank you. A huge thank you to the technological wizard who streams this event. That is Bartek Podkova at Seven Hills Film. It's all running from his computer, and he draws all of this together. So big up to Bartek. Thank you to Christian Chorney, who's a composer, but also a technical guru who's figured out so many of the systems that have gone into making this what it is. Thank you to you for watching. It really means a tremendous amount that you're spending your time with us. I know that you're overwhelmed with digital content right now, with streamable things, with old recordings from everywhere and everyone, but it really, really means so much that you're choosing to spend your time with us. So thank you. So our concert concludes as our world tour concludes in Toronto, Canada. This next writer is also with us for the second time. He was with us at first at Signal Online 2 and is back at Signal Online 4. And it's amazing because, again, he's a writer I didn't know until until lockdown, and Signal Online gave me an opportunity to reach out to him, and it gives me another chance to keep building that relationship and for us to hear more of his incredible work. I was lucky enough to be on a residency at Sheridan College thanks to Michael Rubinoff at the end of last year. I asked him who the writers I should know. He said, you have to know Kevin Wong. And it's my pleasure to take you to Kevin Wong now to close this evening for us. Thanks, Kevin.
Hi, I'm Kevin Wong, coming to you live from Toronto, Canada, as Adam said. Thank you so much, Adam, for that intro. Thank you to Adam for this entire concert and for having me on. Thank you so much to Bartek for this amazing tech sound. He's been working so hard behind the scenes. This is my second time on Signal Online. The first one I did was Signal Online 2, and I sang a song called Realer Life, which is from a musical called In Real Life that I wrote with the amazing Nick Green, also in Canada. And that show was actually in production and got canceled because of everything that's happening right now. And so following a online Zoom workshop process from that, I started really thinking about what I wanted to do creatively with my time, and I started focusing on recording an EP. And so that EP is called Small Ways to Move, and it's got 4 songs that I wrote in the last 3 weeks, really, and recorded right away. But it's also got 2 songs from In Real Life, and it's got 2 songs from an upcoming show that I'm still just freshly writing with another amazing Canadian playwright. Her name is Ali Joy Richardson. She's watching. Hi, Ali. So keep an eye out for that. Small Ways to Move is going to contain this song that I'm about to sing. This song is from a show called Believers that Ali and I have just started writing. And it's also going to be on this EP, which is called Small Ways to Move. My fingers are on my face and nearly in my nose, which is about right for me. This song is called Maybe Now. Hey, there's no rush, there's no map, you can't be lost when you got nothing left to lose. Try to remember you can choose to take stock, take a breath, look around at the view. Never you mind the road behind, look up ahead, there's more to find. Moments just like this can be enough if you let them. Shadows can still help you see the light. Maybe it's here, maybe you're fine. Maybe not knowing where we are can still be good. Maybe it's near, or is it a sign? Maybe your life is just unfolding as it should. Maybe now, maybe now. Hey, so you're scared and you're hurt and you're tired, but can you try to let me through? I've been confused and lonely too. Moments just like this can be enough if you trust them. We could help each other find the light. Maybe it's here, maybe we're fine. Maybe not knowing where we are can still be good. Maybe it's near, and this is a sign. Maybe our lives are just unfolding as they should. Maybe now, maybe now. I'm just saying I see all the things that you are. Oh, and in this moment it's just you and me, just 2 of us sitting on a car. Maybe it's here, maybe I'm fine. Maybe not knowing where I am can still be good. Maybe it's clear, and this is a sign. Maybe our lives are just unfolding as they should. Maybe not, maybe not. so much.
Thank you, Kevin. Wow, does that song feel like an anthem for our times? Maybe not knowing where we are can still be good. And that's a thought I'm glad to be taking into to the evening with me. Thank you to all of our writers. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thanks to our technical team. Thank you to those of you who have bought virtual tickets to support us. And our next Signal Online 5, can you believe it, is going to be on the 24th of May. That's Tuesday, the 24th of May, which also happens to be the night before my birthday. So we'll also stand in as a birthday party for me. I can't wait to see you there. And thanks so much for joining us. Good night.